Greetings, people of YouTube. This is MKN Forever, Tony once again. And I just right now it's it's 7:56 Friday night as I'm recording this. So I just got back from the theater. And earlier today I went job hunting, but I just went and applied in a bunch of places. But after I was done with that, I went to the theater with my brother and a friend of mine. It's the same guy who recommended Frozen. His name is Ivan, you know. And so we went to see this movie together. And as you can see on the title up there, it says you probably know what the title of the movie is, which movie I'm going to review right now. And that movie is, drumroll please, Sucker Punch. Now, Sucker Punch, as you probably read in the title too, you probably saw that it says Sucker Punch Review or Rant. Well, what can I say about Sucker Punch? The movie, I didn't, what can I say? I did not like this movie. I love this movie. There. I said it. It's a good time waster. I said it. Okay, now, I know this movie has been getting a lot of bad reviews and stuff like that. So if you hate the movie, right now, I'm going to say this one time, right? If you hate this movie, if you don't like this movie, it's okay. Okay? I'm not going to judge you. Same way I hope you don't judge me for actually liking the film. So, you know, once I have that out of the way, you know, if you like it, great. You know, I'm right with you. If you don't like it, well, okay, well, I respect that, okay? I got no problems with it. So I don't want to hear any comments that saying that this movie sucks or, you know, okay? Well, I mean, you can give your opinion, just don't be an asshole about it, you know? So that goes out to people who I don't really know, but I mean, I know my friends aren't gonna do that. You know, I mean, they're gonna give their opinion without being, you know, rude. So anyway, having that out of the way. Now, the movie, what can I say? Well, I'm gonna really, this movie only has one bad note. It's a crucial note, but it's just one. But one bad note, and that bad note is, I'm going to get this one out of the way because, in my opinion, the good notes outweigh the bad notes. In my opinion. Okay? Now, that bad note is the fact that there's no story. Okay, granted, there is no story. The story makes zero sense. So, you go back, you watch it, the story, it's not there. Okay, I'll give you that. The story isn't there. I agree. And, well, I mean, there is a plot, but the plot is just an excuse for the good notes, in my opinion. But, you know, normally that would bother me. Okay, a movie with a bad plot or a bad storyline, that would bother me. But when I saw the movie as a whole, I don't care, to be honest. The fact that there's no story, I really don't care. I really don't care because I went into this movie with very low expectations. You know, I didn't expect, you know, Academy Award winning stuff. I didn't expect Inception. You know, I just expected to, you know, I have very low expectations. You know, I don't know what to expect really. You know, but when I came out of the theater, I felt satisfied. I felt entertained while I was watching the movie. Now, okay, now I got the bad notes out of the way. That's the fact that there's no story. Well, no good story anyway. No consistency with the story. But once I got that out of the way, I'm gonna give you the good notes. Okay. The good notes are, first, number one, the freaking special effects, man. My God, the special effects were awesome. The last time I was so mind blown by this kind of special effects was maybe when I saw The Matrix. Maybe. Because, okay, I saw I saw 300, and to be honest, 300 didn't really. I mean, it's cool. I love 300, but which was also directed by Zack Snyder. You know, so the man knows his special effects. Now, when I saw 300, personally, I thought that the effects were there, but they didn't really like, wow, that's amazing, wow, you know. Watchmen, well, it didn't have as many special effects as, that movie was really about story, you know, Watchmen. You know, and as a fanboy, I loved Watchmen. You know, Zack Snyder's Watchmen, I enjoyed it. As well as 300. And, Zack Snyder, he also directed Dawn of the Dead. The remake of Dawn of the Dead, which, again, has not as many special effects as, say, 300 or hell, even Watchmen. But anyway, and I'm going all over the place. But the movie is directed by Zack Snyder. This is a man who knows the special effects, and in this movie, it freaking shows beautifully. The fight scenes alone are just amazing, just mind-blowing effects. Okay, and I will dare to say, better than Tron Legacy. I will dare to say that. Okay? Because, to be honest, Tron Legacy, it looks nice. You know, it visually looks beautiful. But, I mean, wow. I mean, Sucker Punch, that was freaking amazing. The special effects was freaking amazing. Okay, just off the wall. So, okay, so that's a good note right there. First good note for Sucker Punch, special effects. The second good note is the freaking eye candy, man. I mean, wow. I mean, these girls are gorgeous. I mean, just in my opinion, anyway. I mean, if you don't think they're pretty, well, okay, fine. You know, I mean, you have your tastes, I have mine. But these girls, man, these girls were freaking hot. With a capital letter on all of those. Hot. Okay. And, you know, the lead girl, Emily Browning, and I do know what the lead girl name is. She plays Baby Doll. And, she pretty much, okay, here's a little bit of the story. I'm not going to really go into the plot because, like I said, there is no plot. So, the lead girl is played by this, Australian actress named Emily Browning. Now, Emily Browning is, pretty much, the only other movie that I've seen her in was Series of Unfortunate Events with, you know, she was with Jim Carrey in that movie. Series of Unfortunate Events is, you know, it's so-so, you know, to be honest. Well, with me, I know my brother loves it, you know, because he likes the gothic look of it. Or the Victorian look of it. The Tim Burton-y, the look of it. That's what he likes. But, to be honest, it's so-so with me, you know. I never read the book, so... Anyway, so Emily Browning plays Baby Doll, the lead in Sucker Punch, and you know, to be honest, I really felt for this character, even though, like I said, the story is there, but it's not consistent. So you don't know. So I mean, it keeps teasing your brain a lot. The story keeps teasing your brain a lot, but I mean, I accept that. I mean, okay, fine. I saw that, but I mean, granted, there is no story here, so I will say that there's no story here. So anyway, Emily Browning plays Baby Doll, and she plays this girl who recently lost her mother, and I guess I think her stepdad had something to do with it. And anyway, she when she goes to after her mother dies, her stepfather's reading the will, and while all this is happening, there's well, it's a note that I'm gonna get to in a minute, but let me just finish this scene. Anyway, so the stepfather's reading the will, right? And Baby Doll is pretty much in her room because she's really sad that her mom died and all that. But while her stepfather's reading the her mother's will, the stepfather he wanted to see what he was gonna get, you know, because I'm guessing he killed her and he wanted to get the inheritance or whatever the hell. And the stepfather's reading the will, and he notices that all that the mom thinks, or we're gonna go to her daughters, which is baby doll and her little sister. Anyway, he gets pissed, you know. He pretty much goes after baby doll. He looks like he's trying to beat her or maybe rape her. I don't know. But he tries to do something to her, but baby doll scratches him, and so her stepfather just locks her in a room. And then her stepfather goes to to her little sister's room to, I guess, I don't know, do something to her. And baby doll, well, she climbs out the window and she gets her stepdad's gun and pretty much holds him at gunpoint, and then shoots without aiming. You know, blank. She just shoots at her stepfather without aiming, and she hits a light bulb, and I guess the bullet bounced off or something. And instead of shooting her stepfather, she actually shot her sister by accident. So you know, the stepfather is pretty much, you know, I mean, he's pretty much scared, crying like a bitch, pussy. You know, he's like, don't kill me, don't kill me. But he doesn't say anything in that scene. But you know, baby doll, she's sad that she lost her sister right there. And right before she's about to escape, she had a chance to shoot him, but for some reason she doesn't. Okay, well, granted, okay, that she should have just shot him, well, in my opinion. But for some reason she doesn't, but oh well, you know, it's there. And anyway, she just runs out, you know, runs away. But eventually her stepfather finds her and gets her to I guess this asylum place, I don't know. And there she meets these. We don't see it happen really, because the first thing we know is that she's going to this asylum, and the next thing we know, she's gonna get a lobotomy. So and I guess right before the lobotomy, she relives everything that happened, because apparently a week passes, and then she gets the lobotomy. So she replays everything, but with like this twist in her head, and that's really where the story kicks off, you know. So Emily Browning, she did a good job as Baby Doll. You know, I thought she did a pretty solid job. I mean, I felt for Baby Doll, you know, to be honest, even though that the story doesn't make sense, granted. But I mean, through the whole movie, I was just watching these beautiful women, beautiful girls. I mean, just kicking ass. You know, that's what this movie's about. It's about women kicking ass, random ass. You know, and oh yeah, another thing. Carla Gugino from let's see, she was in Spy Kids. She was in Sin City. She's been a lot. She was in this movie with Robert De Niro called Righteous Kill, and this one she plays like a Polish doctor, psychiatrist, and she's kind of like helping the girls, you know, cope with the pain, you know, and teaching them how to, you know, free or open their minds and kind of like meditate, or it's something like that. It's kind of like psychological thing. Polish psychology as it's referred to in the movie. And you know, there's a bunch of, I mean, Vanessa Hudgens is in here too. You know, a lot of people have problems with Vanessa Hudgens. I really don't, to be honest, because I mean, first of all, she's beautiful. Second of all, well, she's got good acting ability, in my opinion, anyway. And she seems like a really sweet girl, to be honest. In this movie, she plays a character named Blondie, which is ironic because she's got black hair, she's not blonde. So I guess that's the whole thing. So okay, so the beautiful eye candy is there. There are more people in there, more eye candy in there. But I just can't. I don't know their names, to be honest. Okay, so granted, I don't know their names. I just saw the movie. I didn't research it or anything. So I don't have IMDb in front of me either. I'm in my van recording. So anyway, that's a second good note. Good eye candy. The third note is to be honest, the freaking music. Oh man, the music was awesome. I really love the music. Now I know that every recently saw Zack Snyder's other movie, the Owl movie, which is Legend of the Guardians, I think it's called. Now I never read the books, but apparently he saw the movie and he enjoyed it. He felt that it was really dark, so he was surprised actually. But the music was a little pussified. But in this one, that's not the case. The music is perfect. It's just beautiful. I mean, the music is just beautiful. It's like remixes of some songs. Like for example, like I said in the beginning, when in the opening scene, we hear a cover version for "Sweet Dreams." Now I've heard two versions of "Sweet Dreams" until today. And that's the original one by the Eurythmics, and the other one by Marilyn Manson. That's all I've seen. But this one, I think a girl sings it, and it's freaking beautiful. It's just creepy and beautiful at the same time. I can explain it. So I mean, let's see. There's I think a remix of "We Will Rock You" as well. You know, I mean, the music is just beautiful. I mean, I could definitely buy the soundtrack for this movie. So, pretty much, what I can tell you about the movie is that, what can I say? Is that, well, personally, I love this movie. Now, would I recommend it? I don't know, to be honest, because, I mean, I can excuse the story, the lack of story. I can excuse that because I feel that everything else outweighs the lack of story, you know. So I think so. Personally, I can excuse that, but I don't know about you guys. I mean, if you can excuse that, then you know what? If you have a chance to see this for free, for some reason, you know, I suggest you watch it. And if you love it, great. If you don't, well, that's okay too. You know, just personally, I love the movie. Okay, I enjoyed this movie. I felt entertained while I was watching this movie. And you know, I mean, just the fights alone. You know, I mean, and to be honest, watching these beautiful girls kick a lot of ass is a little, you know, I guess the word is arousing. You know, it's a little, because to be honest, I was blushing throughout this whole movie. I was like, wow. You know, I was just like, damn. You know, like drooling. I mean, you see these beautiful girls and they're beating up robots and zombies, and wow. And you know, so I mean, I enjoyed this movie. What would I give this movie? If I had to rate this movie, I would give it well, because I mean, the lack of story, granted, it has a lack of story, but you know, personally, I don't care. I don't care about the lack of story because I just enjoy the movie. It's a visual movie. It's really about visuals. It's not really about story. You know, you ever listen? Look, personally, I related to it because this is what I do. A little side note here. When I listen to a song, I always think about you know, I'm doing something in my head, something like daydreaming, you know. So that's why I relate to this. It's kind of like that kind of tone, you know. It's a visual movie. So I had to rate this film. I would give it pretty much an 8 out of 10 because, you know, I got to take 2 points off for the lack of story, but it's still a good movie. You know, if you got a chance to see it for free, you know, see it for free and give it your opinion. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up. This is MKN Forever. Tony once again, signing off. Later.